Welcome to another video. Today we're talking about something that has been out for quite some time now, but as usual I am late to the party, and while everybody is talking about iOS 14, I'm going to be talking about the PS5. Now, why am I talking about the PlayStation 5? I'm not into consoles at all, and I'm definitely more of a PC guy, so why am I talking about this? Well, that is because this is probably simply the most powerful console that will be coming out. This thing has an SSD that is so fast, games needed to be redesigned to run on it, which is absolutely insane. But before we actually move on to the specs, which have been released now, I'm pretty sure these are the official specs, let's talk about the design, because the design is pretty controversial. I mean, some people hate it, some people love it. I think it looks extremely modern. It does look like an internet router, that is for sure. I think it's pretty modern, and I actually like it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually really like this design. This does look like something I could stand up on my desk and not be worried about it looking out of place. Now, of course, this won't look good in every household, depending on kind of how modern your living room or bedroom is. This design will not fit everywhere, which is probably why they shouldn't have gone with it. They should have gone with something a little that stands out a little bit less, but I like it. I like the white and black. I think it looks really nice, really modern. The controller, I am confused about. The only controller that I use properly is an Xbox One controller, which I got with the CV1. That's the only controller I use. But this seems to be redesigned. This seems to be a lot better than the other one that they had. The other one that they had for the PlayStation 4 is a long, and I didn't quite like that one. This one looks pretty damn nice, to be honest with you. And of course, I'm showing pictures on screen as I'm talking about it. Just a note for the editor there, just in case he forgets to do it again. By the way, the editor is me. Okay, so I mean, now that we have that out of the way, let's move on to the specs, because the specs are the really interesting part. It's actually going to be running AMD. Now, of course it would be running AMD. Come on, like, AMD is top notch right now. They are at the top of the game. It's running an AMD Zen 2 based CPU with 8 cores at 3.5 gigahertz, and that is at a variable frequency. So that means it's going to be absolutely great with all those cores to run on. It's going to be fantastic. That is like PC power right there, and it's finally gotten to that point where a console might just be beating a lot of your gaming PCs out there. Not mine though, absolutely not. Yes, it will beat mine. The GPU is what is that, like 10.28 teraflops, 36 U's at 2.23 gigahertz. I'm going to be very honest with you, that says nothing to me. I was hoping to maybe see a name here, but it does say underneath that custom RDNA 2. Isn't RDNA AMD? It is. So it is an AMD based CPU because it says RDNA, which is an AMD architecture. So it is running AMD. So again, I am Team Reds. I'm super happy about that. Definitely getting really excited over this. The memory interface is 16 gigs of GDDR6. So that's pretty standard there. 16 gigs, maybe slightly overkill, but okay. Like, we're going to have to check out the price later on, see if this thing went over the moon with the price because of all of this. Then we have the memory bandwidth as 448 gigabytes per second, so that's pretty intense right there. Then moving on, we have the internal storage, which is a custom 825 gigabyte SSD. Now that is absolutely unbelievable. Again, this SSD is absolutely amazing. This one is the one that's going to like change the game. Linus made a video about it. Everybody was talking about it because of how intense this SSD is. As I said, games actually needed to be redesigned to run on this SSD, which is absolutely unbelievable. I cannot wait to see how this thing performs, because I'm really excited about, you know, SSDs and things getting faster overall. Like, I'm trying to change my PC to full solid state right now, so I'm pretty excited about this. Hopefully, once they get it right, it starts becoming mainstream and becomes cheaper, and we can throw it onto our PCs and things like that. So I'm getting super excited about that. Can't wait to see that thing running live and actually seeing people start testing it with the games. What are the loading times going to be? Is it just going to be instant, no loading times at all? I guess we'll have to see. The IO throughput is 5.5 gigabytes per second, and that's raw, and the typical is 5 to 9 gigabytes per second, and that is if it is compressed. There is expandable storage. Wow, that is That is amazing. I did not expect that. So apparently there's expandable storage through an NVMe SSD slot. That is absolutely amazing. That is something, let me tell you, some laptops still don't put in. And it's going to be in a gaming console. That is amazing. I am super proud of Sony there. That is great. And I'm happy that they didn't make it a SATA one. I'm happy that they kept to the speed and made it an NVMe one. Sure, it'll cost people a little bit more, but that is a lot better than SATA if they were to go for SATA, because that would slow things down again. Basically what I'm trying to say there is SATA could bottleneck the system. If you have a drive as fast as this one and then you put in a second drive that is much slower, there could be bottlenecks, and that is something I have learned working in a computer shop for like 4 years now. Not only that, but if people want the highest performance and they're getting this incredible console to get to that highest performance, imagine they cheap out on the secondary hard drive and get a SATA one instead, and their speed drops down. They won't be very happy, and they won't understand that it's their fault for getting a cheap hard drive. So I like the way Sony is making it mandatory to only get good quality speeds and not allowing people to bottleneck their systems. So I'm very happy about that, very happy that they made that an NVMe slot, and very happy that they actually put it in there. Because again, that is something my first Razer Blade did not actually have. Then we have a USB HDD support, of course, and that's for PS4 games only, but look, at least it's there. And you have an optical drive, 4K UHD Blu-ray drive. So absolutely great there, amazing. Of course it's going to be 4K UHD. Come on, if it was anything lower than 4K, we'd all be disappointed. So yeah, it's 4K UHD, and it is Blu-ray, so of course you can play all your favorite stuff. But it's been Blu-ray for a while now, so let's be honest. If that wasn't there, we'd all be very disappointed. No, that is absolutely insane. Looks like this thing is just going to be such a power-hungry beast. I swear, this thing is going to be more powerful than my computer. It's going to be more powerful than a lot of computers. But hey, look, the game quality is going up, graphics are getting better and better over time. So look, this is what Sony is putting out for us. This is telling us that graphics quality can only get better. Looking at all this, I'm going to guess the price. Just looking at all this, AMD Zen 2 processor, RDNA 2 custom 16 gigs of GDDR6. Just looking at all of that with that custom SSD, I'm going to say €600 price-wise. And now let's see how much it actually is. Oh, wow. Okay, so I wasn't too far off. For now, we estimate the PlayStation 5 will retail for $400 to $500. And that's by PC Mag. So it's not too bad, but they are estimating, of course. They probably we don't have a real price out yet, but that's better than I thought it was going to be, because I said 600. But that is absolutely great, actually. For the specs, would I pay that much? I mean, again, I'm not really into console gaming, but if I was, yeah, I would. I mean, I paid $450 for the Oculus Rift S, so I can see why people would pay for this, especially since, you know, console exclusives will, once this thing comes out, be much, much more popular. So yeah, I can see why. No, that is an absolutely great price for what you're getting. Again, to build a gaming PC of that caliber, you would have to pay way more. Of course, you are only getting console games, you're not getting PC titles, but vice versa. On PC, you're not going to get console titles. So, yeah, pretty good there. So I guess that's why it's cheaper than a PC, because, I mean, it doesn't run Windows. Somebody's going to mod this thing to run Windows, 100%. Someone is going to put Windows on this thing. I mean, come on, of course they will. Modders do that stuff. But yeah, no, that is... I would get that, yeah. That's a good price. I would pay that if I were a console gamer. And the looks do fit me. Let me know, guys, down in the comment section below what you think about the looks. Do you like it, or would you actually prefer it look a little less modern, a little less in your face? Because yeah, I like them. It does look like a router, like I said, but that's just my style. I like modern, I like slick, I like simple. So yeah, no, I do like that. So yeah, a little bit of a commentary video kind of today. A lot of people wanted me to talk about this, so this is my video on it. Especially now that we have the specs, we have the look. You know, I wanted to tell you guys what I think about it, inform you guys about the specs, inform you guys about everything. So, I mean, that's today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure to give it a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works as well, but please tell me why in the comments section below. If you guys want to be notified of future content, I upload tech videos daily and VR videos on Mondays and Fridays. So make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead. Follow me on my social media here and here. Join us in Discord, where we have a constantly growing community and we are talking about literally anything. Join us on Reddit, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. That thing is growing fast and everybody is memeing my face to hell. Just before we end off the video, I want to say a huge thank you guys. The next milestone we have coming for us is 15k. We're currently at 10k and I think it's 338 subscribers, so 10,338. That is absolutely unbelievable. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy you're loving the vids. I'm so happy you're joining the community. I welcome everyone to it and I'm really happy to have you here. So thank you all so much. Let's get to that next milestone. This community is growing fast and I love you guys. So yeah, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next one. Peace.